G'day everyone and welcome to our online birthday card class. Just bear with me while I sort this out so that I know, well, I don't really know what I'm doing, but let's have a go. I'm not sure whether I'll be able to see your comments, but if you have any questions, please let me know and I'll try and answer them at the end of the session. I'm not very good at doing two things at once, especially chatting and crafting. I can't seem to concentrate. Okay, so today I thought we'd start a series of classes, and some of them will be females, some will be birthdays, some will be all occasions, and I hope to do them probably every fortnight. So we'll aim for that at the moment and see how we go. So today we're playing with the level 2 Friendly Hello bundle from Sale-a-Bration. So that's the stamp set, and then this is the papers. The papers are gorgeous actually. So they're the papers. That's the one side, and then this is the other side. So they can be used for all occasions, not just for females. You could use them for males if you wanted to. Babies would be perfect for it, and even kids. Okay, so as it's a class, you are able to place an order, and if you place an order of $50, you will receive the kits for today and the PDF tutorial. If you place an $80 order, you'll get the kits and tutorial, plus you'll earn yourself a free item from the Sale-a-Bration catalogue. And if you place a $180 order, you'll get the kits and the tutorials, plus a pack of Pastel Pearls, plus your Sale-a-Bration items, whether it be 2 level 1s or 1 level 2. Okay, so these are the cards we're going to be creating. They're nice and easy and simple, but it's a good starting point. Oh, that's upside down, so that's handy for a start. Okay, so we'll start off with this card. Okay, so we're going to start with Freesia as our base card. Then we've got a piece of basic white, which I've embossed with the Tasteful Textile 3D embossing folder. It's one of my favourite. So what we're going to do now is stick this to our card front, making sure it's nice and straight, just like that. Okie doke. Then we've got a piece of the lovely DSP, the Designer Series paper. That's the fresh Freesia. And I've got a piece of basic black cardstock. Okay. And then we're going to stick this. You could use this side if you wanted to, but I'm going with, I'll just move that, with the fresh Freesia side facing up. Okay, and we're just going to leave a tiny edge around it. Tiny basic black edge. Now what we're going to do with this piece is we're then going to pop it up and we're going to use our black Stampin' Dimensionals. Okay, so as I said, this is a very easy card, and it's a good starting point. It showcases our papers, and it's a quick and easy, simple card to pop in the post straight away. Okay, so I'm just going to bring this down a little bit. All we're going to do, you can put it in the middle if you like, but I'm actually going to keep it to the side, making sure that it's nice and even, top and bottom and sides, and I'm just going to press lightly once I know I'm happy with the way it's sitting. Then we're going to grab our Memento Black Ink, which needs re-inking, and I forgot to do it. And I've got a little piece of basic white already cut. Now, I always try this on scrap paper first, just to make sure I've got it nice and straight. If you're not too sure about yourself, stamp it on, use your Stamp-A-Ratas. Maybe that's what I should have done, because I'm not the best at stamping straight, so just bear with me. And hopefully that is nice and straight. Yep, that's pretty good to me. Then what we're going to do with that, we're going to bring in a piece of basic black cardstock, just a scrap, but I've cut it back to the size that I want, so that I've just got a narrow edge around it, or showing around it. But you can, I've got black on that, I might redo that. See how we go. Let's try that again. For some reason I've got black. You can tell I'm very confident at stamping the sentiment straight, because I've already pre-cut a couple of pieces of the basic white. And the beauty about your Stamp-A-Ratas too, if it comes out too light the first time, you can just continue stamping until it's dark enough. Yep, that's pretty straight. I'll just dry that a little bit, just in case. And again, we're gonna stick that to a piece of basic black, so that there's a nice edge showing all the way around, but making sure it's nice and straight at the same time. Yep, that's pretty good to me. Then what we're going to do is we're going to pop these up with our dimensionals. The basic black dimensionals are great. If you haven't got them in your basic toolkit, be sure to grab some, because they come in handy. I'm finding I'm using them more and more. Okay, so we're going to stick that to the side. So I'm actually going to turn mine upside down. What am I doing here? Yep. And hopefully I will get it straight. Now, as I said, I don't press on it straight away until I'm happy at how straight it is. And once I'm happy with that, I will then gently press down firmly. Now, to finish this card, because we nearly finished it, all we're going to do is grab our pastel pearls, and we're just going to add a few to the top of to the card front. So we'll put one off to the side here, another one, just put that a little bit high underneath. I'll put one down there, and we'll put another one there. And that is our very first card. Very easy, very simple. I must apologise if it's too dark. It's very overcast here. I've got all the blinds open, the doors open, lights on, and even an extra light. So I'm hoping it's light enough for you. So that's our first card. Now this is going to be our second card that we're going to create. Okay, so we'll just grab that card, that little kit. And our base card this time is Petal Pink, which I've already folded in half, and I've already pre-done the inside. So I've folded our base card in half. We're going to come in with our piece of basic white. Now I'm using a small piece of the lovely DSP, and we're going to stick this across the middle. Now you could use this side if you wanted to, but I'm going to go with the Petal Pink side. And making sure that I've got it nice and straight. I'm using my graph paper as a guide. We're going to stick that down just like that. And I'm going to grab my scissors, and I'm just going to even that up a little bit. And that's not really even actually. Oops, sorry. Let's grab our trimmer and just trim off so it's nice and straight. Okay, then what we're going to do is put that onto a piece of soft suede. So I always use my liquid glue. I just find it's a lot easier, and I also find it a lot user friendly, because if you stick anything crooked, you can you do have time to move it around, and I don't have the straightest eye. So that's that. Then what I was going to do was score along the bottom and along the top as well, but that's okay. I haven't done it. It's too late now, so that's okay. I was just going to use our paper trimmer to make a couple of score lines. But I forgot, and I've also forgot to stamp the sentiment, but that's okay. We'll do that now. When I stamp my sentiment straight onto my card, I like to stamp it so that I've just got the basic white flat instead of putting the card together. I'll just clean this. I just find it's a lot easier, especially if I make a mistake. So we're just going to do that. And we're going to bring in the soft suede ink pad. And again, I'm just going to make sure that it's nice and straight. I'll just bring it down here so that I can see it more and hope for the best. Yep, that's pretty good. So that's our sentiment. Then what we're going to do, or what I've already done, is I've pre-cut a circle from basic white and a scallop circle from soft suede using our layering circle dies. Okay, I've just run them through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. But sometimes in our in-person classes, these are already done for you, depending on what we're creating. So then that's done, and then we're going to bring in our dimensionals, and this time it's the white ones. You could use the black ones if you wanted to, but I'm just going to use the white. Take off our sticky backs. Bring that across, and we're just going to stick that smack bang in the middle there. Then what we're going to do is grab some scrap basic white cardstock, our Petal pink ink pad, and we're going to stamp our flower. Okay, so we only want the one flower, which is the full flower, so I'm actually going to just stamp off a bit, just like that, because I only want this one. Okay, then what we're going to do, bring in our Granny Apple Green. Now, we need 3 flower leaves, but I've already pre-done 2, just to save a little bit of time. And we're just going to stamp that there. When you're stamping, make sure you don't rock it back and forth, just nice, flat, and just apply a little bit of pressure. Then what we're going to do, cut that off, and we're just going to cut this leaf out. Now, as I said, all the information will be in the description below, and you have until Monday afternoon to place an order, and then that will be shut. That special, okay, when you place an order, that'll be closed off and no longer available. Oops. When I fussy cut, I always, I'm trying to hurry here. I always leave a small border, but not everyone does, and everyone's a little bit different. And move your cardstock instead of your scissors. It'll just make it a lot easier for you. I don't mind fussy cutting. Some people don't like it, but I find it very therapeutic. Just finish this off. Now these are 2 simple basic cards, but they're, as I said, they're a good starting point, especially if you're new to paper crafting or Stampin' Up. And we all have to start somewhere. we go. So that's our flower. Then all I'm going to do then is just grab a couple of dimensionals. And we're going to pop him up like that. And then I'm going to grab my leaf. And we'll put that there like that. And I'm going to grab my 2 cheek leaves that I've already done. And we'll put that there. You could use a mini glue dot here if you wanted to, but I'm just going to use our liquid glue that and this is our card. Oh, sorry. Hi Kathy, how are you? And then what we're going to do is finish it off with our pastel pearls. So we're going to stick one in the middle, one about there, one here, one there, and we might put one down there. And that is our second card. Very easy, very simple, but won't take you long to do. Now also too, you don't have to use DSP across there. You could stamp across there if you wanted to, and you could use DSP where I've embossed it, so it's entirely up to you. Now to finish it off, I just used a bit of scrap DSP on basic white and stuck it inside, and the same, well I showed you this one, and the same with that one. Okay, well thanks for joining me today, and as I said, I'm going to try and do this every 2 weeks, and as we go along the cards will get a little bit harder for us to do, but still keeping them easy and simple. Okay, thanks a lot. See ya. All right.